What's on your mind? Like I got something back. When I touched you, I felt my heart was racing. But I didn't hurt you. I don't have to... Not sure the world's ready for unleashed Karlach, but it's getting it anyway. Thanks to Dammon. Thanks to you. Thanks to fate. Touch! The world's my funhouse. Me too, soldier. Gods, me too. For every knock we take, I feel like I get a little treat just to keep me going. Ugh, I don't want to... Misery always overstays its welcome, and joy leaves too soon. What's on your mind? Oh, come on. You don't mean that. Oh, fuck.
The Blade of Frontiers at your calling. That's the a hero at heart. was a time I tussled with hill giants without breaking a sweat. Now,
The General will call that a tactical retreat, I'm sure. But you have him on the run. That thing he summoned was illithid. Follow it below and find him, before he has a chance to subdue the Night Song again. Better they stay here, and hold the tower should Ketheric's army catch wind of our assault. But if you have room for one lone soldier, I would face Ketheric by your side. Theory and supposition, none of which will help us in the fight to come. Ketheric must die, and the Absolute with him. We will work out the details as they rear their ugly heads. If our luck holds, they won't need to. If it doesn't, well, they are Harpers. Being outnumbered is part of the job. But the sooner we reach Ketheric and rob his army of their reason to fight, the better. As you wish. Good hunting.
The hole yawns back at you, impossibly wide. A single tentacle burrowed through stone.
This is an illithid colony. This must be where they harvest the tadpoles. We're close to the source of the infections.
I wager that devil I meant to rescue somewhere near.
Tread carefully. We are very close to the source of the Absolute now. That telepathic storm has become a tempest.
you're an impressive fighter, Gale. You should consider a new name.
I take it you have some suggestions?
The Wizard Wonder. Or, how about, the Master of the Weave?
Tempting. But I think we might already have the maximum number of theatrical titles.
Mind flayers and civilians. Side by side. This must be where they infect and transform those they kidnap. Brine pools.
That
But
pod,
empty of tadpoles.
is that
Unusual.
Mizor?
Harvesting all the larvae indicates they are getting ready for something big.
Mazora? You're Zariel's asset.
My dumb little stinker. Took you long enough. Now, by Grazit's cock, get me out of this thing!
I'll do it, and you'll set me free. That was the deal.
Yeah. So, get to it already.
The controls are open to your tadpole's command, to your authority. You can make no sense of the symbol. You recognize the marking from the Nautiloid. An illithid symbol meaning unleash.
You did all right, Will. I'd give your belly a good rub, but never could stand the smell.
You're free, Missoura. I held up my end. Now you hold up yours. Sever the pact.
Clause Z, Section 13. If the Soulbinder consents to separation, she will release the Soulbearer from all obligation within 6 months.
6 months? Gods damn you!
Ignorant thing. It's always the terms and conditions that get you. Another one? Well, after jumping through all those hoops, a little treat wouldn't hurt. All that power. And to think you want to throw it away. Now, you've got business in the towers to take care of. Don't you fret. I'll find you soon enough. You're going to need me. Count on it. Oh, and go ahead. Tell your chums how we met. It's a real cracker of a tale. Ta-ta.
Defender of the people. Defender of the people.
Descend, faithful. We depart.
No one's stopped me yet.
Zariel's asset was none other than Missoura herself. But I've only got 6 months before I'm made a free man. Thanks be to the Triad. No, scratch that. Thanks be to you. These infernal talents are useful, I admit. And once they're gone, I'll have to rely on my wits and my training. They'll have to do. The coast needs the blade, and I have no intention of turning my back on it.
So many unfortunates must have been infected in this place. Imagine the horrors.
I don't need to imagine. I've got the souvenir in my skull to prove it.
Of course. Thoughtless of me. My apologies. But at least you cannot be infected twice. Or at least, I hope not.
Oh, the stench! I wonder how many pilgrimages to Moonrise ended down here.
No holding back.
So much for peace. This is my time. What now? Battle favors the fearless. Death is but a word away. Battle favors the fearless. This is my time. me recite their demise. This is my time. On the victor's path. Survival is all that matters.
Not design, but death.
That'll have to do.
But perils remain, near and far. Better to stay together. and us. We will remain with you. Call us, and we will be at your side.
Baldur's Gate will know my desires. Our Descend, assemble, prepare, obey.
A whole fleet of Nautiloids. How many true souls have passed through this place?
Lay down your weapons, please.
You remember the shattered windows of Alteral's High Cathedral, the burning black sky of Avernus beyond.
No. No!
In its horror, the blood war unites you. Tiefling, dwarf, and elf alike huddle behind the shields of your paladin order. But there are others in the pods. Those not yet infected, not yet illithid, terrified, desperate to escape. The device is open to your tadpole's command, to your authority.
blade will not bend. Here goes nothing. Eliminate.
Enough! My mind is my own!
Time to press ahead. Battle favors the fearless. Might will prevail.
I didn't think I was going to make it. Thank you.
Zevlor.
Watching gods. The Blade of Frontiers. Will? What happened?
I paid the price of angering the wrong devil.
And shouldered the cost to spare someone else a worse fate, I'd wager. The others, the ambush. Tell me they survived? Somehow I suspect it's worse even than you imagine. Likely you heard that I broke, or froze, or some other lie kinder than the truth. We were ambushed by cultists, yes. And then I heard her, their false god, whispering promises in my mind. I would be a paladin again, with a god's purpose, a god's power. Everything I need. And all the while, the cult tortured them. They fought and ran and died around me, while I imagined myself their savior. By the time I regained my senses, it was too late. I did not just surrender to the Absolute. For a moment, I welcomed it. I fell short of that mark in Avernus, and even so, it was not so bad as this. I won't make excuses. I can't make amends, but I know something of what you came to do. I want to help, if you'll let me. Ketherick is below. He thinks you're no longer a menace. Descend and show him how wrong he is. If there are any more survivors to be found, I'll find them and lead them out of this place. They have you. Go, my friend. Please.
Oh, I have the magic touch.
Obey.
Still alive, so that's progress.
Assemble.
Bursts into life, a mind touches your own. Alien and full of desperate need, but fragmented too. It is incomplete. It yearns to connect, but needs you to guide the process, linking each part of your mind to its like. Console glows as you approach, the mind still desperately yet.
Master. Welcome.
Time to see what's back there.
Your tadpole echoes.
The grand design. Every plane. As one. Every
That loss blooms into a sudden fury.
taken.
And just as suddenly, pain.
The grand design. The restoration of the Mind Flayer Empire. The dream of all Illithids.
Seems like the best way. Oh, I feel glorious.
Of many hearts, one soul. Prepare the march. My chosen gather below. Discern, faithful. We depart. The moment comes. The absolute moment.
So much blood. The Illithids think it's useful and discard the rest. An offering from Moonrise Towers.
Not designed.
No rest for the wicked, I see.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Descend, assemble. Obey. Evacuate.
The platform's already here. Is anyone else's tadpole squirming around more than usual?
It's reacting to something down here. I should prepare to do the same.
No longer a background murmur. The presence in your mind builds to a roar.
We found it. The Absolute is behind this door.
You said it was under control.
It isn't you I answer to, Gortash.
Oh, the general voice. Is this where we salute?
Salute, yes. With cleavers through his blood-starved flesh. How it crawls with failure, like flies on lick-wet carrion.
You forget yourself, Orin. I have played my part.
You've built an army for our masters, true enough. But what of the astral prison? A rogue true soul flaunting it under your nose all this time, and you ran from him.
Sure that they would follow and deliver it into my hands here. If you would cease these distractions.
The distractions have been yours, Ketherick. Perhaps we never should have dug your daughter up. So you haven't lost your edge. But you're still not as sharp as Orin, I wager. The Slayer against the Undying One. That'd be fun to see.
His crypt breath sings to my sinews. Again, again. But he must lead the murder march to Baldur's grave.
If the weapon is truly in your grasp, Ketherick, might I suggest closing your fist? Orin and I can wait for you no longer. The plan proceeds. We're going to the city, and we expect you to follow. Army and the weapon in tow.
The Edict of Bane.
The lash of Thor!
An elder brain. One of the cruelest and most powerful creatures in existence. Enslaved by mere mortals.
Look at that crown. It radiates with power unlike anything I've ever seen. To have it. To hold. Oh, if only I could. But I can't. This is it. I must do as Mystra commands. What choice do I have? More than just a goddess counts of my courage. Whole worlds hang in the balance. I do trust you. I have no desire to end your life, you know that. To end it? To struggle on. It is a grave choice you're making for us both. But if it must be so... very well. I'll stand down to stand by you.
There we are. It wouldn't do to fight in front of our guest. Behold, Duke Ravengard, the Absolute.
Hell preserve us.
You wag your word flap in vain, Alderling. Once the worm holds the whip, your shredded flesh will serve us.
Shit, no! Father!
Now, it's really time we were going. We will empty this place and begin the march. You may catch up with the army once you've retrieved the weapon. And Ketheric, do try not to sulk. You're supposed to be the fearsome general come to conquer the city. And I am the hero who will save it.
It is time, faithful ones. March on Baldur's Gate. We go to prepare the way.
Patched up. Pushing on.
Direct me.
The pride of the gate.
No one back home will ever believe this.
There you are, as predicted. What is it, I wonder, that draws one toward death like a moth to light? You could have run away, absconded with the prism. The one thing that could prevent me from fulfilling my destiny. But the lure of one's destiny is irresistible, isn't it? Perhaps you hope to learn your place in history before you are erased from it. A bright flash of clarity before the snuffing out. Finer champions than you have tried and failed. But perhaps they lacked the fear that drives you. Your freedom. Let us speak plainly. My Lord Merkel gave me the one thing I desired, the one my daughter's life returned. Her heart beating once more. For that, he asked that I serve as his chosen. Join Orin and Gortash to grow the cult of the Absolute. He's never had a more devoted follower. I have fought great wars before, in the service of other gods. You are all that stands between me and my destiny. I will kill you now. And then I will raise you as my servant. With pleasure.
Getting nowhere fast. He'll never die while Nightsong's still caged.
Sometimes the only way out is through. Another step forward.
Most excellent. Quatico facto.
Focus your attack, soldiers!
Best be on my way.
What a fool you are. You cannot kill me. I am eternal. Merkel, Lord of Bones, I am here. I am ready. I am yours.
me.
To match your soul.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Swords meet sorcery. With ease.
One life to my life. Sustain me.
Victor's path.
Coming through.
Can't even catch my breath.
What fools these mortals be.
Death cannot take me. I am its master. My lord, hear me. Nothing. I am forsaken. You...
The villain is the rest! Together, we have crushed him, brain and body! Now, we pick our way toward our fates, unleashed. You have my sword, my fealty. Do what you must. Then we fly this foul place.
Having left that bone. Fitting end to the chosen of Merkel.
Ketheric's netherstone. It's in his armor. Take it. Let's get going.
In death, the body is cooling, but energy radiates from the stone.
Remarkable. Truly. Now the picture comes together. The Absolute is neither god nor man. It is the Elder Brain you saw, held here by those three against its will. The crown it wears controls it, and these stones control the crown. It has been dominated. Perhaps not a cure, but you've found the sword, the crown atop the Elder Brain. Its markings suggest it was forged in Netheril, an ancient empire whose mastery over magic rivaled that of the gods. The crown's Netherese magic must be the true source of the parasite's abilities. This must be what elevates their potential. And it must be the reason nobody could heal you. If the crown can do this to the parasites, I dare not imagine what it is doing to the brain. One of them I know, Lord Enver Gortash, an arms dealer and a slaver, a worshipper of Bane, a god of tyranny. The other is a mystery to me, but the way she spoke, it's most likely she follows Baal, the god of murder. Ketheric was a follower of Merkel, which means the Absolute is a front for the gods of death, and our enemies are the chosen of the Dead Three. Bane, Baal, and Merkel. The tyrant, the assassin, and the necromancer. They are known to pick from their most devout followers a chosen, granting them incredible powers. Each one alone would be a formidable enemy. But working together and control, I dare not imagine what they might achieve. Hope is a luxury for those who have a choice. This is the battle of our lives. The army of the Absolute is marching within the city, an Elder Brain brimming with power, ready to turn everyone within its reach into mine. An order the Death Gods chosen are on the cusp of giving. We must wrest control of the brain from the chosen before that happens. Our chances of success are slim, but we must not fail. I will be your shield, but you must be the sword. And when the chance to strike comes, you must take it. For there may only be one chance.
thinking on all that you learned below. If you've got your breath, we ought to discuss our next steps.
Come, there are important matters to discuss.
I can't help but feel like I've been fumbling in the dark for too long. And I've just had a lit torch thrust into my hands. Indeed. Under other circumstances, the crown! The one the Elder Brain was wearing. Netherese magic. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest of... I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but... no matter. It exists. I must learn more of it. I know what nearly happened, and I'm sorry for putting you in that position. That crown sits on a gargantuan elder brain bent on destroying us, and we need to learn more about what we saw. As luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep, Sorcerous Sundries. I need to go there and learn all I can. The only kind I have? Their collection of rare tome. You'll have to forgive my eagerness, but...
So wait. Beyond...
Gods be damned. With that parasite in his... Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, We're not just fighting for our cure. We're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the Gate. We're fighting for all of Faerun. Worm's Rock Fortress. All travelers to Baldur's Gate. It serves as headquarters for the Flaming Fist. The Absolute's armies on the march. Gods forbid a tadpoled Grand Duke throw open the gates for them.
A curse lifted. The dead three allied once more. The balance shifts. There are depths to this alliance yet unplumbed. Consider, mortal. Do Illithids possess souls? No. Nor canst thou count mind flayers among them. Yet, the three amass an Illithid army, a flock without souls. Yet to what end, mortal? This, until such time, be availed of my services.
Our enemies spread like rub rot. Treat one patch, and two more bloom. An elder brain, bound by lost nether... Reminds me of old times. Extensively. Mind flayers, too. It is most disturbing. But take courage. You have a nether stone. These Chosen have reason to fear you, and I would like to be at your side when you confront them. Glad to be there. Falling foul of Ketheric convinced me that But you convinced me other... We ventured into darkness together. Now we've come out the other side. When we reach Baldur's Gate, there will be even darker paths. How does it compare to a shadow-cursed inn? With the Absolute's army gone, the Risen Road should be clear. There's a Harper's safe house in Worm's Crossing. Denthalen's Dancing Axe. We'd do well to check in with... Beyond that, our course is yours to set.
Helen! Isabel! My love. You were dead. I saw your body.
And so are you. And my father, he can't hurt us any longer.
I dreamt every night that you'd come back to me. That somehow it was all a nightmare Dawn would undo.
I had no dreams at all. Nothing but darkness. And when I woke, my father said you were dead.
His soul was poisoned by the god of death. His sick devotion ruined him. But for all his sins, he brought you back to me. Are you all right?
I will be. And you?
In this moment, I want for nothing.
Ah, there you are. This is Aelin. Aelin, this is...
Oh, but we have met. This is the soldier that freed me most valiantly from the Shadowfell. They watched my boot crush the very brain of villainy, and fought well against your changed father.
May he rest in peace at last, now that he's dead. I have more to thank you for than I knew. And we have much to discuss. Perhaps we could join you in your camp later? We look forward to it.
Now, you will leave us. We must take succor in one another's bodies and words.
Aelin! We'll see you later.
You did it. Ketheric Thorm is no more. The Shadow's grip is broken. Soon, the land shall heal. Not as glad as I am. Nature moves at its own pace, and bestows its bounty when it sees fit. Give it time. A reward shall come to you when you need it most.
The gold mine! I'm gonna make a killing in the city.
Why, yes. Once Althea is done with this song, we will be looking for patrons.
I needed.
I've got a long road ahead.
You've set foot in a restricted area. A swift exit may be in order.
There you are. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Come closer. Feel my voice rattle your bones as I proclaim our victory. Moon Maiden Selûne, hear me! Ketheric Thorm, traitor, apostle of Myrkul, is dead at last. My mate, Most High. Darling Isabel is safe and well. Safe and well, and return to my embrace. Blessings upon the slayer of the Wicked One. We are a powerful party indeed. My darling Isabel says we will stay allied at your side. I am pleased to hear it. Pray, ask, and I will tell.
I can't believe it. I can't believe Aelin is here. And my father, by killing him, you set him free. You set Aelin free. And me.
You saw Gortash, didn't you? What the fuck was he doing down there? Is all of this because of him? The tadpole, the Absolute. How? I was his bodyguard. I looked after him. He gave me away to Zariel just for kick. And now he'll use up the entire... He has to die. And I'm gonna be the one who... He can't get away with what he's done. I can feel it. The engine. You know, Zariel may have put the fucking thing in, but Gortash gave her the go-ahead. You expect this shit from devils, but... Let's get to this... I wish we could stay and see what this place will be like without the shadows. I bet it's beautiful. No rest for the wicked, huh? We were in the grand scheme of things. She favored me. I'm sure when Zariel gave her the order to hunt me down, Mizora was delighted. He got his claws into me early. One of my mates got wind of a bit of work. He took one look at me and said, I kept him safe. I respected him. The whole thing with Zariel. Zariel, he was right.
I would not linger in this land over long. But whatever your...
I guess I can take care of myself.
I never saw myself. I was always more of a lurker in, historically.
The dog is unable to speak through the small bag he holds in his mouth.
I don't know. All I know is I thought of you when I saw...
The shadows are lifted. Finally, we can breathe free. Are you sure? The blade stands at the ready, and just...
What's on your mind?
Hell yes.
Looking forward to a bit of rest, if I'm honest.
The heart of the Absolute alive, thanks to you. You did well to defeat Ketheric, but Ketheric was only the first to fall. There are many more battles ahead, and they will not be so easily won. You will need allies. You have the makings of a leader. Your Jaheira's wisdom will be an asset to you on the journey ahead. Her Harper's too. Halsin's strength and loyalty. But if we are to succeed, we will need others. Baldur's Gate may not know it yet. Seek on its streets those whose purpose aligns with our... Together, we will put an end to...
The road to Baldur's Gate is up ahead. No turning back once we start down that road.
Whatever awaits us on the road ahead, we can at least be proud that the Shadow Curse is no more.
Looks like an army marched through here.
The curse has been lifted. The land's cleansed of the shadows. Kethric's reign of living death is over. Your courage has been tested, and in this at least, you have triumphed.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping. Yes, sir. No, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir. Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the Prism Bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you. To split your skin, to see your skull shine in the light. Little tyrant. Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. But tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my blades...
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
Soldier? You really did. Well, what can I say? And yet... Hope you don't expect me to follow your lead in this, do they? I'm not sure either of us can say one way or the other. We don't know what the costs might be just yet. Fine. Now, we don't... What's on your mind?
Don't burn yourself.
Still breathing, despite everything.
The gate is closed, as is Cazador. And we are no closer to knowing why that bastard is so obsessed with getting me back. I think we should track down my fellow Spawn. If we can find them, we can force them to tell us what he's been doing since... And honestly, I imagine they'll be coming for me in the night if I don't. Unless Cazador's changed their orders, they'll be in the dens of this town. We should get to them first. And then we can make...
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too. With his help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to will you liberate them from their parasites and their religious delusions. Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes? You will not have long to wait, but sleep is not for you.
Hear me. For domination. March. Join power.
Fight your way to the portal. I need your help.
blood comes easy these days. Light on my feet.
Got it.
The witching hour.
Come quickly. I can't do this without you.
Nothing important is ever easy.
That thing's about to blow.
I'm here. Help me. I'm under attack.
I applaud your taste.
Let's march!
skull. Oh, welcome rest. A long way from Waterdeep.
Hurry! I can't hold them back alone.
I have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
Before you do anything, I am your ally. We are in danger.
Oh, shit. A mind flayer?
The Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you. I am the one that came to you in your dreams. Help me. They destroy the guard. I will subdue their master. Together, we can turn the tide.
Jimmy on the back.
Flag
Destroy the Honor Guard.
Don't get too close.
It's go time. Heating up. I'm going to enjoy this.
Thank you. That was too close. Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer. Yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
To owe one's life to a mind flayer. It seems to make a mockery of this entire struggle.
You may call me the Emperor. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed. And they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stelmane. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence. The Though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while. Until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call the Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become. Prince Orpheus, son of the first leader of the Githyanki. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive-mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus's mother to bring about the fall of the Illithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus's mother left, a usurper took her place. Blackith declared. Blackith wanted his power. He refused. And so she sealed him within this prison. His honor guard, ever loyal, followed him in. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control. No. Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the Astral Prism. I was one of many, but the first to find it. How Gortash or the other chosen learned of it. The moment I found it, I felt a change. And found Orpheus. I realized what the prism was for. While my body was within the prism's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus and find allies in the outer world. You. That would be a terrible idea. The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense would be to kill him, and in so doing, he would doom us both.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion, a pulsing hatred that cannot be contained. The Emperor is telling the truth. To him, you are just another wretched illithid.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already illithid, a sworn enemy, just like me. I appreciate that, but this is what I am. My original body was destroyed when I transformed. When I first escaped the Elder Brain, I searched for a new vet. I realized that returning to my former self would only impose limitations. Any advantage I could gain by restoring my original appearance, I already had to hand in the form. As an illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You, too, should embrace this change. I believe we'll have a better chance of defeating the Elder Brain if you embrace your latent illithid potential. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle, while continuing to preserve your independence. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength, the same intelligence, the same devastating beauty. If you let me, I can evolve you. The answer is twofold. One, I can, but it would kill you, as I told you before. Two, why would I? You have done well with the limited form you have, but you would do far better as an illithid. So, Do you wish to evolve or not?
Even as you say the words, you feel a lurch of disappointment. Your mind bristles with the lift.
I felt that. It's your nature. It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another.
You may resist now, but it's too late. Your nature is no longer your coldness. Seek the tadpole's essence you feel.
You, when your allies see what you can do, but we mustn't lose focus. You heard the Chosen. We must not let... Don't help me. The Honor God, destroy the Guard. I will subdue their master. Together.
Destroy the Honor Guard.
Time to push my luck again.
Thank you. That was... Don't look at me like I am a mind flayer.
A mind flayer? How is this possible?
You may call me an adventurer. I came from... That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain. I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous, but there are plenty of them. Rarely missed. And I had the good fortune to meet dukes. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence. Though of course, they had no idea what I really... My needs were sated. I was happy for a while. He tore me from my home. The name was intended as a slight. To remind me of the heights from which I fell. Indeed, I shall look forward to sharing his downfall with you. We fought to tame. His power has been the source of your... It is the same when Orpheus is... Black is what bound by and they were close. I am relieved. You have embraced your... Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control. A very good question. That Orpheus lives at... That Gortash and the Chosen found out about it. But it was important enough to them. The moment I found it, I realized while my body... All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus, and find allies in the outer world. I do not... Some Githyankis. She kept him this way because if the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. That would be... The moment he is free...
Even though he is...
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already more illithid than you seek to reverse an inevitable process. A process, even if my original body remained intact after I transformed, I would... As an illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You, too, should embrace this. Like it or not, I've been studying you for a while. You have seen what I can... If you let me, I can evolve you.
Even as you say the word...
I felt that. It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another. It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another.
It's not over. Go. I need you, now!
We are in danger.
Oh, shit. A mind flayer.
The Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or don't help me. The Honor God. Eliminate them. My forces are weakened. Destroy the God. I will... Together, we can turn the tide.
choice but to keep going.
Infinium via.
Destroy the Honor Guard.
Onward. Here goes nothing.
not look at me. I am a mind flayer.
To owe one's life to a mind flayer. It seems to make a mockery of this entire...
It's like I said before. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed. And they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stelmane. People referred to me. My needs were sated. He tore me from my home. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. Rather them than potential future allies, like you. Gortash sent how Gortash. The moment I found, I realized while my all I needed to do was subdue. We fought to tame Prince Orpheus. His power, it is the same when Orpheus is... Blackith wanted is bound by it. They were close. I am relieved. You alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control. That the moment he...
Even though he...
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is, you are already... You seek to revert. Even if my origin... As an Illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. I believe I've been studying you for... You have seen what... If you let me, I can evolve you.
Even as you say the word...
I felt... It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another.
A wave of disappointment, stronger than any you've ever felt. And then... stillness. You've resisted your Illithid instincts. For now.
You are not ready yet. Keep hold of it then. Until you are. It has enough vitality to further your evolution. And your allies. Perhaps you will be more inclined to try it when you see more of what our enemy can do. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The Brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the Brain, and bring it under our control.
What to do?
Well, well, well.
By Baldur's bones, this is a lot to take in. 1, we've been carrying a mind flayer around with us this. 2, it's been appearing as someone else in our dreams, cajoling us to embrace. 3, the mind flayer's been siphoning a Githyanki prisoner's powers. Did I miss anything? Sensational tales, aren't they? Almost I can't pretend I have the answer, but I know the Illithids. It holds our fates in its talons. Until the Absolute falls, there's no getting rid of it.